The name Petraeus is familiar and powerful. David Petraeus, general, war hero, and future head of the CIA. Meet his wife, Holly, whose connection to the military began long before she met the general.
Well, I grew up in the military. My dad was in the Army for 36 years, and it's the community that I know.
And the community she's fighting for, as director of the new Office of Service Member Affairs, her mission is to protect military families from predatory lenders, a passion since her days at the Better Business Bureau.
I can give you an example of a young soldier we heard about who wanted to borrow $1,000. The lender was going to charge him $450 in fees and then 18% interest on that $1,000 loan. That's a predatory loan.
Fees for these types of loans can even add up to triple-digit interest rates, even more than 1,000% in some cases.
Areas around military bases have become magnets for predatory lenders. They offer everything from payday loans to car title loans. There are even places where you can rent tires or rims for your car.
Nearly 1 in 3 enlisted personnel or junior NCOs have used payday loans, auto title loans, or other risky borrowing practices in the last 5 years. Army Specialist Diane Trina's problems started when she took out a loan for a new car. She didn't know the dealer didn't actually own the car because he had taken out a loan against his inventory. Trina couldn't get the title to the car. Then the business shut down and the dealer skipped town, leaving her a huge debt and no car.
I have no doubt that I was targeted because I was military.
The strain of military deployments can take a financial toll on families, making them easy prey.
Sometimes those emergencies come up very quickly and there's not a lot of time, and so the quick access to funds oftentimes outweighed taking the time to come up with a better solution.
Kathy Nelson is director of the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society in Norfolk, Virginia. She says these companies jump to take advantage of soldiers who lack financial maturity, especially when money is tight.
Young people making financial decisions in many cases for the first time on their own, and then businesses who are happy to capitalize on that.
Petraeus says she and her husband made poor financial choices early in their marriage.
I did make some of those decisions when I was young. My husband and I had to buy the hot sports car and spent too much money for it. And we signed for an apartment sight unseen because the brochure looked good.
She says service members are targeted for other reasons, too.
One is that they have a guaranteed paycheck. And in this economy, that's something that's very attractive to all sorts of businesses.
Studies show money problems rank as one of the top 3 stresses for service members, ahead of deployments, family, and even war. That can affect military readiness.
If they're preoccupied with their debts and their financial problems, they're not going to be able to do their military job the way they need to do it.
This situation is so troubling that the Defense Department recently labeled it a threat to national security.
In fact, it's the #1 cause now of a security clearance being revoked.
In 2007, Congress passed the Military Lending Act, which established a maximum interest rate of 36% for military members and their families. While Petraeus praises that move, she says more protections are needed. As troop levels in Afghanistan wind down, Holly Petraeus' war is just heating up. Her official start date at the Office of Service Member Affairs isn't until July. But she's already making sure that those who protect us are protected from financial enemies.
A big part of my mission will be education of the military so they don't get into some of these bad deals, and also working within this agency to make sure the military issues are on everyone's mind.
Charlene Israel, CBN News.